So I'm living for later, living for later.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Raising Our Blessings. Ecclesiastes 3 tells us that to everything there is a season. And I think this is a huge one, especially for first-time parents. I think sometimes we can get hung up in what our previous seasons were like, and after the novelty of having a newborn wears off and sleep deprivation kicks in and you see that you now have limitations, it's easy for resentment to begin to form, because you, in your mind, even if you don't verbalize it, could say, oh, I remember when I was able to do this. I remember when I was able to just get up and go to the grocery store without wondering if, when we go out, the baby's gonna need to be fed. I remember if my girlfriends call and they wanted to hang out, I was able to go and hang out. I remember if my husband and I, if we wanted a date, we could just go on a date and just be spontaneous. So I think that while we can be happy about having our child, if we're not realistic about the season that we're in and begin to long for yesterday, we can miss the beauty of today, because we again aren't coming to grips with the fact that we're in a new season. And I had to release myself of just unrealistic expectations. I remember I just used to feel bad because sometimes, friends would get together and I was missing. I couldn't go, or I wasn't able to get on the phone as frequently to try to stay connected with my friends. And I realized, if I was up all night with a crying baby or nursing a child or soothing a child, whatever, when that baby went down in the day, I, after a while, had to have enough sense to say, I need to go to sleep too, and not feel bad that I couldn't play catch up with my friends. And those that were real friends, I think, understood, even if, they made little jokes here or there. I think that they truly understood. And if I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm just not really entering into a season where I could actually go outside and play now, right? And I'm being funny when I say that, but now, I don't have any babies. My 4-year-old, I still think of her as a baby, but whatever, she'll let me know that she's not. But the point is, I don't have any infants anymore. So I'm able to go and be gone for longer stretches of time, and my husband and I can take more dates out together. And we had to even realize that, when we were in the thick of it, that though we couldn't leave the house and, go out to restaurants, we had to become creative. And thank goodness for Pinterest and all these other things that give you ideas for in-home, inexpensive dates. So I couldn't, moan and groan about, I remember when we were able to. Well, again, when you stay stuck on what was, you miss out on the beauty and even being creative in the now. So I just want to encourage you as a new mom to embrace the new season that you're in, and guard your heart that you don't become resentful about what you can't do anymore, but focus on what you can do now. Focus on the blessing that you have now. And again, don't let anyone make you feel guilty about what you can't do or your absence at certain things. Listen, you will run yourself tired and run yourself into the ground trying to meet everybody's expectation and trying to connect with everyone. And I did try to stay connected with some friends, and even though it wasn't often, I just try to make sure that the connections, when they did happen, were meaningful. So the other thing that I also want to talk about is just the idea of this normal. What's normal like? And what I realized is, once I got used to a new normal, it would change. I would get comfortable, okay, yes, I got my routine, and then boom, I would feel like, okay, we entered into a new season. The baby went from just sitting all day, and I got used to knowing their routines and understanding their cries, and then suddenly, oh no, the baby's crawling, and oh, I gotta put this up, I gotta put that up. So I just want to encourage you, don't stay stuck and think that your normal is gonna stay the same forever. Normal is always going to look different depending on the season that you're in. So just relax. just relax and go with the flow and ask the Lord to help you to receive the grace that's there and find joy in the season that you're now in. It's a beautiful thing. All right, you be blessed.